back today. So before we start, obviously we're gonna do the introduction thing because we always forget to do that, and then it never happens. So I am one of your co-hosts, Khalil, and you can find me on literally anything social media, Letterboxd, Instagram, Twitter. The that's actually it. And you can find me on at Khalil_Deadpool, which is in the description and stuff. And I'm joined as always by the other co-host
Hey, I'm Alon. I don't have Instagram, but you can follow us at Comic Boys _.
on all the social
where
medias
we
as
are.
well. We're
Exactly.
just taking Comic Boys, no spaces. You can get all the information.
Yes, sir.
So that is great. But so we're doing this right off the heels of DC Fandome, and that is why that's totally the only reason why I made no videos up until, during DC Fandome, like last year. I was really on top of it last year. This year, no. But it's all good because we're here literally after it ended, or well, a few hours after it ended, whatever,
Yeah.
5 hours ish.
Yeah, something like that. When it end 5, yeah.
5,
So it's
yes.
like almost 6 hours.
But we're here right away, very quickly, very good turnaround. I gotta admit, we're really on top of this thing. I had to do a quick binge of all the stuff that happened at DC Fandom because I was again totally paying attention. But yeah, that was so we're gonna talk about that, and then we'll talk about James Bond, and then we'll talk about the box office as usual, as you can see on the screen or whatever in the description. I don't know. So first things I want to do is thank you everybody because I gotta say this. The one of the Dune reviews got to 1K views, so I just had to point that out. I think it was a spoiler one that got to hit the 1K mark, which is
Congrats.
awesome. Which is awesome. Yeah, it was the Dune spoiler review that hit the 1K mark. It is now the second video to have 1,000+ views. The first one obviously being that Joker spoiler review. The non-spoiler review for Dune is at 945, so almost there.
Almost there, yeah. Looks like a lot of people wanted to see your input on Dune.
I mean, it's funny because then the top comment, whatever, is that my review sucks. So,
Exactly.
But yeah, so do all that and then subscribe and all that stuff. And I don't know why I'm saying this now, but whatever. DC Fandom. Unless you have anything else to say.
No, I got none. Yeah, let's talk about Fandome.
Okay, so the first thing we're talking about is Batman.
Yes.
There's no clever segue there. Also, one day we'll do face cams, and then everyone can see my beautiful shirts, which always match the occasion. See?
It's just for as a description for the audience. He has a DC shirt on. I see Shazam. I see Harley Quinn.
This is from DC Fandom last year.
Batman. Yeah, it's all like the DC heroes. So yeah, it fits the situation.
I have my Batman shirt somewhere over here. I'm gonna find it. I don't know if my audio will be picked up. Oh, I have my Flash shirt too. See, Flash?
Oh, that's like from Justice League, isn't it?
Yeah, the same guy. Yeah. Okay. For the movie that's totally coming out, right?
100%.
Oh, no, Batman shirt. Oh, I think I might have worn my Batman shirt already. Oh, there you go. Oh, can't buy that one right now. But I have a Batman shirt, Robert Pattinson Batman shirt somewhere. And maybe I wore it already.
So about the Batman trailer, he is going to be a good Batman.
That's the segue. Look at that. I'm so good at this. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time.
It's skill. It's repetition and then skill, and then that skill comes along.
It's pure skill. But yes, that Batman trailer that I watched like 30 seconds ago, that was fantastic. I think.
Yes, indeed.
It's very distracting. I was watching it. No, it is good. I don't know if you saw the posters that came out yesterday, teasing them.
You know what I like the most? The question mark in the coffee cup. That's the Riddler.
Yeah, the Riddler. Riddler got his own poster yesterday too. Go look at those quickly. But because they teased it, whatever, with the voice and everything, yesterday from today.
Yeah, here it is. Oh my God, this looks tough.
But yeah, I mean, today, the last 2 days, I was trying to sell people on this movie, because I have to convince people that the Dark Knight trilogy is not as good as people think it is. And, I'm glad to say that this is going to be better because it will be. Because at the end of the day, you look at this trailer and you look at the tone they're going for, right? You're going for this darker movie. You're not only going for that, but you're going for a movie where Batman's going to be memorable and the villains will be memorable. Nobody remembers Christian Bale's Batman. I hate to say it, but people remember that movie for the villains, not the Batman. Batman's
Mm,
overshadowed. In the Michael Keaton Batman movies, he's overshadows the villains.
mm.
So, you need a balance. You need Batman to be just as prominent as the villains. So I think this will be one of those movies that can do it. They got the voice down pat. They're going for much less kind of padded costume, which I like because, that Dark Knight costume is a bit rough. And then the Batman vs Superman one's even more rougher. So, it's good they're going for less padding because that's not Batman. They're going for more ninja stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And more detective stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, Batman is the world's greatest detective for a reason.
That is factually correct.
It is. So I'm excited. I'm someone who's been so excited for this movie from the day they announced it.
Yeah, no doubt. It's like it's a completely new Batman, and I'm positive that they're gonna make this really good.
Like, I want a new Batman for God's sake. Like,
Exactly.
Ben Affleck is okay. I like that. Okay, it's okay. But
Yeah.
I'm happy we're getting a new Batman, a new character. Now, it'd be great
What?
if DC could figure themselves out,
And make good movies consistently.
or just if they're gonna connect them, don't put Michael Keaton Batman in half the things. And Pattinson is better than Keaton, okay?
Already he seems like a better Batman.
So if you want to go for the nostalgia, then okay, good. But like, look, at the end of the day, I don't even know anymore. But yeah, I'm excited for this movie. It looks like it's gonna be good. I don't know no one knows what it's about still, but it looks like it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be very good. Yeah.
Between the Riddler and the Penguin and
Yeah. And
and
Batman.
there's
I assume the Joker is connected to this universe.
no,
Oh, okay. So it's
its own thing.
wait. So is this Batman movie the DCEU?
No, this is not part of the DCEU.
But the Joker is part of the DCEU?
No.
Okay, so it's like different universes. Okay.
Just pretend the DCEU doesn't exist, basically.
All right. Fair enough.
The moral of the story here is the DCEU isn't really a thing.
All right. Sounds good.
Now, we might come back to the Batman trailer, whatever, later on.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about this movie, the next one on the list. The other big movie.
I know
the one that we here at Comic Boys, I don't know, Comic Boys Incorporated are gonna say, at least the company position until the day that we were sitting in that movie and it's over.
Like the post-credit scene are rolling.
If there is one, but when it's over, we will finally admit we were wrong and that it will exist. Until that point, this does not exist. This is not happening. I don't care. We will stand by that. I'm now saying this is our position, but we will stand by the fact that this movie does not exist. I don't care if you show me trailer. It's not coming out.
Nope. We don't believe it until there's gonna be with the movie, like we see the post-credit scene when we're sitting in the theater and watching the entire movie. We will not believe that it's real.
Until that point, it is not coming out. I don't care. I refuse to acknowledge the existence of. We will talk about the trailer, but I refuse to acknowledge the existence of this movie. But yeah, because DC doesn't actually make anything come out. What was I going to say? Yes, this was a very good movie trailer. I think. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was a bad trailer. I think.
It was okay.
Can we just okay? This is my proposal. Okay, DC, you listen to me very carefully here. Nobody wants the Flash. Nobody.
Maybe the TV show, but not the movie.
You can go watch this stupid TV show for whatever 8 seasons. Nobody wants the Flash movie. You know what you should do for us, though? You know what we should get? I'll give you 3 movies we need theatrical releases for, okay? 3 of them. Give me a Supergirl movie with Sasha Calle's Supergirl. Give me a live-action Blue Beetle movie, which I know we're getting a live-action one on HBO Max garbage. Give me one in theaters. And third, give me my Batgirl movie in theaters. You do those 3 things, and I don't care about your Flash. You can go put your Flash on TV. I want the good characters get their movies. Nobody likes Ezra Miller's Flash.
Huh.
I say that. But that's not against you, Ezra Miller. You're cool, probably. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's against your character, the Flash.
I mean, I can't lie. I was surprised seeing the Batman at the end of that Flash trailer. To be honest, like seeing the end of his,
I'm not
like,
surprised.
but
Look, you
yeah.
can't. There's nobody in the entire world who's gonna go to that movie for the Flash. They're gonna go either for the Batman or for the Supergirl or for.
Listen to this title I'm reading from IGN about the Flash. Why the Flash is the perfect reboot for the DCEU.
What DCU?
Exactly. No, they're just saying like the IGN. This is a video title. Why the Flash is the perfect reboot for the DCEU.
IGN. Why IGN is the
Yeah,
perfect reboot? I don't know.
for nothing.
I don't know where I was going with that.
For absolutely nothing.
But no. Again, nothing against IGN. I'm just very salty about the existence of this movie. That's all. Which is not coming out anyway, so I shouldn't be angry about it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I think that the biggest thing about this is just that that nobody wants this thing.
What other trailers was there? There was Black Adam, wasn't there?
It was a 4-minute thing. It wasn't really a trailer though, because I kind of skimmed it and it didn't look enough like a trailer. The beginning was kind of a trailer.
Who's playing Black Adam? Like who's the?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, it's gonna be The Rock in that DC movie coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. That's pretty tough.
Oh, I love this Hollywood Reporter title or headline.
Let's hear it.
Batman and his trailer saves DC fandom.
It did.
It did. Because look, at the end of the day, there's a reason that I wasn't besides the fact that there was a reason I wasn't interested in this DC thing. It was bad. Because it didn't give us anything surprising.
Yeah.
We got a little clip for the Batman, or a little clip, sorry, for the Flash. We got a little clip for the Black Adam, and we got a bunch of just posters and concept art and announcements that really at this point, like if Marvel makes an announcement, it's a big deal because we know they're actually going to make the movie that they announce, probably, except Blade.
Whereas DC doesn't do that.
DC has announced every movie and possibility. Remember when they announced the Cyborg movie? Good times. Like, DC has no credibility for their movies. No one believes they're actually going to make any of this stuff. I don't even think they're still making a Blue Beetle movie. I don't care what they say. Until I see it, I'm not going to believe it. We haven't heard from either.
Who?
Green Lantern Corps. Remember that's a thing.
We did talk about that like broadly, but they didn't say anything about it at Fandome, didn't they?
Maybe it's because I don't know. They just gave up on it and it's not happening anymore. I mean, I hope it's happening because I thought they doing I don't even know if we got casting for that. But yeah, like I was saying, case in point, nobody believes DC anymore. Exactly. It's like The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah.
Except it's the studio that cried movie.
And they didn't end up making that movie because they're lazy.
Yeah, and see, this is a good idea for a movie now. If only, but now the problem is, of course, even if they thought of this idea for a movie.
To be honest, DC is just doing this to themselves, putting a stain on their reputation like this. Honestly, they're just doing it to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, and there's something about Jason Momoa.
Aquaman 2?
That one, and then there's Shazam stuff.
Didn't something come out about Aquaman 2 or something?
Yeah, it's coming out apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, and Harley Quinn season 3.
Oh yeah, people are actually really excited apparently.
That I'm excited for. That's the one thing I can tell you. Because that show's so good. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, people were excited for
also,
that.
Okay, DC, I need to speak to you directly for a second, HBO and all of you people. Okay, I'm gonna do the Stephen A. Smith thing. I need to speak to you directly. Why can I not watch My Young Justice in Canada? Let me ask you that question. I
Uh,
want My Young Justice. You can't just release it in the US and say, hey, everyone else. I want it.
I don't know. I'm the production manager, but we can't release our things in Canada yet. So
Why not? Give it to me. I want it.
we are
DC. DC does the things they do right, they don't let me have.
okay. I mean, let's be real now. DC almost does nothing right, so
When
unfortunately.
they do something, they don't they don't actually they don't actually give it to me.
Hmm.
It's really disappointing. There's
The
like,
only good thing DCEU has done is the first Wonder Woman movie, and that's about it.
oh, they announced Wonder Woman 3 is happening probably, maybe, I don't know. Because
With
again,
Gal, with Gal Gadot,
apparently, maybe.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, it makes sense
At
to
this
see it
point,
with
it's
her.
anyone's guess
Yeah,
because we really don't know.
still, that's. I mean, Wonder Woman 2 was not the best. Wonder Woman, the first one was great, but they can rebound with this third one. I'm positive.
If it comes out.
Yeah, if DC has a reputation for not releasing movies after announcing it.
You know what movie? Okay, I gotta give DC a little bit more credit here. I don't know if they actually released a trailer for this, but the other thing that happened, um, that I gotta give DC props for. I'm just trying to find the thing here, which is why it's like I'm kind of here it is. The one thing which I remember I made a video on when they made the announcement. I never thought it would come out, but I was really excited if it did come out, and they released more information about it. So I don't know if it's coming out or not still, but theoretically it is. Um, and that is the DC Super Pets movie.
Super Pets.
Yes,
What in the world is that meant to be?
it is the Super Pets of the DC, the League of Super Pets, as it's called. They've got like the Crypto, the Super Dog, and Ace, the Bat Hound, and see, I know all these from like my childhood. And the cast is stacked. The voice cast is stacked.
Who's the voice cast in this movie?
Keanu Reeves, uh,
Ooh,
Kate McKinnon, Diego Luna, John Krasinski, Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, um, other that they call the big names.
Keanu Reeves is the best name there,
John
and Kevin Hart
and John Krasinski and Dwayne
and
Johnson
John
and
Krasinski. Yeah,
Diego Luna, the guy from Rogue One.
and then Terminator.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon is cool. Oh, first trailer releases in November, so I can't even give DC. I'm not even give. I'm not even gonna give DC credit for that because they didn't release the trailer. Now they also announced Peacemaker. Now again, have not seen the Suicide Squad yet, so I have no interest or care about this right now. But maybe I will soon, whenever I watch it.
Yeah, you haven't seen the Suicide Squad yet?
I have not yet seen it.
I thought you would, to be honest.
I thought I would have too, but here we are. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
it,
yeah.
so
You ain't seen it. That's tough.
I'll watch it at some point. I was gonna watch it in theaters, but then I didn't, and then now I don't. I'm too lazy to rent it, and
Mm.
so that's kind of that. Yeah. Um, what else did they announce? I'm just looking through this right now to see if they announced anything else. A live action Static Shock movie is confirmed to be in the works. Like, okay, great. Okay, you know what actually I'm gonna do right now? Because I need to prove my point here. This is the perfect way to do it. Okay, Static Shock. Okay, Static Shock movie. I'm gonna figure out when the first time that they announced a Static Shock movie was in development. Okay, we're
All
gonna
right.
find it right now, and I will then be able to prove the point that that exists, that this stupid thing of DC announcing things. So I'm going back. I'm already in like February, October. Um, um, so October 23rd, 2020. Oh, let's look at this one. And I know it's gone even farther than that. Um, let's see. Do. And now Static Shock is getting ready to make another leap onto the silver screen. DC has started to work on a Static Shock film. A
I
pretty big
refuse to
name has
believe
been
that.
signed on to produce it. Here's more from the Hollywood Reporter. Michael B. Jordan is boarding Warner Bros. Static Shock movie.
I refuse to believe that they're making this movie.
Oh, it was revealed in August DC Fandome event last year.
Last year.
This is from, and this is just the most recent one I could find. I bet I could find the rumor of the development of this thing from like 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably will look for it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it right now, but I definitely know this thing is being in development. This is okay. They've given us as much information about Static Shock in the year, right? Like they gave us the same information in August that they're giving us now in October.
Yeah, so like that's little to no information basically.
Like literally, I'm telling you, a live action Static Shock movie is confirmed to be in the works. Literally, that was the same information I knew last year.
Yeah,
So
it's not. I don't think it's gonna happen.
More Aquaman stuff. Oh yeah, let's talk about the games.
I didn't see the games.
You didn't watch the Suicide Squad trailer for Kill the Justice League or the Batman? Okay, I'll talk about the games. I'll talk about the games because I gotta give something credit, DC credit for something, right? But yeah, so the games they released. So the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League one. I mean, I don't know what to expect with that one, to be honest. It feels a bit weird. It's going to be a good game, but it's a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks good. And then for the other one, the Gotham Knights one, oh my God, I'm so excited for that. That is by far the most exciting thing. And I don't know how it's not connected to the Arkham as it technically should be because it feels like it is. But yeah. And yeah, I'm still looking for. So yeah, the games look good. I'm excited for those. I'm really excited for those.
That's good.
But yeah. See, I'm still like looking.
For
Oh my! Remember when they
anything
announced
else?
this Santana movie?
Which movie?
Santana.
I am so not up to date with these DC movies. There's so many of these that I have no clue
Oh
what
yeah,
they
no,
are.
they announce a new one every day.
And then they end up not making it.
Female-led Plastic Man movie is in the works as of December 5th, 2020. New Gods canceled April 1st, 2021. James Wan's The Trench. Oh, remember when they announced The Trench?
Don't think so. No.
They announced that Aquaman spin-off about the Trench character that no one was interested in, and then they canceled. I forgot that was canceled.
Yeah, good they canceled it because no one cares about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of wild, to be honest. Like when you go back and you look at all these movies and you're like, hello? Like
Yeah, there's like one too many.
they announce one every single day and then they cancel one. Like
Exactly.
how are you supposed to give this studio any credit when they're doing this kind of thing?
They're just doing it to themselves, honestly. I don't know what they're thinking of.
Like Marvel will give you a schedule, and yeah, sometimes things will change because things change. You can't blame them for that one. But
DC just doesn't stick to it.
they do it, right? Like for the most part, like very little that they say they're gonna do, they don't do. Unless something massive changes. Like for example, you look at like when the whole Civil War, Captain America Civil War from Certain Society. Whether or not that some people say that was like an intentional thing, some people say it wasn't. Oh my God. I was sorry, sidebar. I was completely right. Okay. Headline from an article from on November 29th, 2018. Warner Bros. Developing Blue Beetle movie.
Who is the Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle is the guy we were talking about, who they keep announcing the movie for.
And
Oh no, we're talking about Static Shock. But Blue Beetle is another one that they've been announced for ages.
and probably are really lazy in production. Most likely.
They released the concept art or something for it. Literally, they announced they released the first piece of concept art in 2021, October 16th, 2021. This article from, whatever, the Batman News, I don't know how credible it is, but how they have it. I'm not even lying. Look,
November 29th. Yeah, that's like almost.
and they're finally showing the drawing of the character.
That's almost 3 years ago now.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And the source was the rap, so that's more
credible.
Yeah,
that's almost 3 years ago, and it's taken them this long to make that movie.
Oh my goodness, this is insane. I'm sorry. This is I thought I was being a little bit hyperbolic with the fact that they've been talking about some of these movies since 2018, but apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm just right on time. This is all they've given us for the movies. This is what they gave us today.
That's literally nothing.
They give us a drawing.
And that's about it.
You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna quote tweet this discussing film thing. I'm gonna link this article in it.
From November 29, 2018.
Yeah.
Tough.
And that's it. No context, just that. Because I am very angry. That is wild, actually. I'm still in shock of like that this is a thing. Like I thought I was being hyperbolic.
No, it's.
I didn't think I was like right.
Yeah. No, but they're just being lazy at this point, to be honest.
I can't even anymore with this stupid DC thing. They really just need to figure out their stuff, because honestly, like, look, this is why we refuse to acknowledge the Flash's existence, right? Is because, look, you've been telling us these things for years. Not even joking about that, literally.
Exactly.
And they're not giving us anything. Like, when is this Blue Beetle movie coming out? Are they going to suddenly go from one piece of concept art to a movie in a year? No, it'll probably be 2 years still before they come out with an actual movie. So what is that, 2023 you're saying? We say approximately comes out? So in 2023, I don't think they even cast the main character for that Blue Beetle movie.
And they already have the concept art, no main character.
Well, they haven't cast
no lead character.
Cast, like, anything. I don't think they've done any maybe they haven't. I'm wrong, but I don't think they have. So that means you're still gonna do all the pre-production for the most part, and then you're gonna do all the production, post-production, yada yada yada. We're looking at 2023, 2024 before this comes out.
2-3 years in the future.
So 2018 to 2024. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's it's about a 6-year period right there.
If it comes out.
That's about a 6-year, 5-year period right there.
Like that's kind of crazy. This is the thing about Warner Bros. Though, they keep doing this.
Yeah, it's too much. Like,
they don't tell us the truth. Tell us what's really going to come out. What do you really want to come out? Like, what happened to Green Lantern Corps? I actually want to know now. Did it get canceled? Because it might have gone canceled.
It probably got canceled. I wouldn't be shocked if it did get canceled, to be honest.
Lantern Corps. News? Green Lantern Corps. HBO Max. Ooh. We're going to go to this one. This Substream magazine. 5 wishlist items for DC fandom from October 15th, so yesterday. Let's see what they... We're going to go through their list, okay? Again, we'll give credit to the people who deserve it. So this is from what did I say it was from? Substream magazine.
And
it's from Rowell's. Okay, so we're giving them credit's due, right? This is the list, okay? We'll go over this and we'll kind of say if these things are met, okay?
All right.
Some semblance of an overall plan. No. No plan. If there is a plan, then maybe I missed it, like, between announcements of the things we already knew. DC Black possibilities. So, the darker, grittier stuff. No. James Gunn's next DC project. No.
Nope.
The state of Henry Cavill and Superman.
Nope.
Definitely no. More info on HBO Max projects.
Nope.
So we got Batgirl. We got Static Shock ? I don't know if we actually got that. Because they told us it exists, which is not news. The Batman GCPD spinoff, I don't think we've gotten anything about that. Green Lantern Corps, nope. Peacemaker, yeah, we got that. The Justice League, oh my God, that's the other one. The Justice League Dark series that you know how long Justice League Dark something has been in development for?
More
kid
than
you not,
5 years.
2016.
2016?
Since 2016.
That's 5 years.
I kid you not. Before Justice League, the Justice League movie came out, Justice League Dark was in production to some extent. I kid you not. It's wild. So basically, all of this person's list was not met. Which is nice. Oh, they did cast someone in the Green Lantern series on April 30th, 2021.
Who?
Finn Wittrock has been cast in the lead role. He will star as Guy Gardner. I legitimately don't even remember this happening because I don't think no one cares anymore.
Yeah, DC did this to themselves, where they just don't go with what they announce.
HBO Max Green Lantern show reportedly casts. God damn it, Safari giving me. I swear to God, oh my God, did I just get a virus from this?
Uh-oh.
No, I didn't. That's fine. Okay. Let's go back to here. Yeah, so apparently they are casting people.
But we don't know about it.
Oh, and Comic Book reported that whenever somewhere in 2021 5/1, I don't know when that is. October 1st? No, August. I don't know. What am I talking about? May. I can't count, apparently. The Green Lantern is still getting a movie, according to a new rumor. A source told Hero Hollywood that Green Lantern Corps movie is currently being developed. The story centering around John Stewart, with Hal Jordan being some sort of mentor figure. Jeff Johns' name is still attached. Wayne T. Carr remains to be seen. Green Lantern show exists. I don't know. Oh my God, they have a director too.
Who's the director?
Director.
Who is it?
Lee Toland Krieger.
Never heard of any of these people, to be honest.
Krieger has recently directed 2 episodes of Berlanti's Superman and Lois. He also directed The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Netflix romantic thriller You, and even feature films like Age of Adalin, which I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what the point of this is. I don't know why I'm okay, yes. So anyways, I think I was making a point here though.
That DC doesn't know what to do.
Right, that's the point I was making. DC has
that they never deliver on their promises.
I'm gonna blame this tangent on DC not knowing what they're doing. If they knew, they're look. Do I ever have to go on tangents about Marvel being awful? No,
nope. Because they actually deliver.
And look, did I love What If? No, but I know Marvel.
They made it.
I know what Marvel knows what they're doing though.
At least they made it, unlike DC.
That's the thing. They'll actually make the stuff that we want them to make.
Exactly. It doesn't matter the quality. At least they make it.
Most times the quality is very high, but
yeah, facts. That's okay. That's facts.
What If it's just not my show? You know, it's not made for me. It was made for other people. There were good moments, but anyway, not the point that we're talking about What If. I didn't even do a single review for What If because I didn't want to talk about it.
It was that bad?
It wasn't that bad. It was just I always watched the episodes super late, so I was like,
okay, and then the next morning you'd have to make one and stuff.
Well, I would watch them I watched them 2 weeks late, so then I was like, oh well.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was fine. Eternals. I have to get my Eternals tickets still. Oof.
Are the tickets out now?
Yeah. They've been out for a while. I gotta get those tickets still.
That's gonna be a good movie, Eternals.
And it's coming out. See, look at that.
Yeah, except actually, Marvel actually performing. Apparently, they talk about like the snap and how everything returned after Iron Man snapped. So that should be actually interesting to get a deeper look into that.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, I heard in the trailer one of the characters saying like, "Oh, he snapped his fingers and then brought everyone back." So that should be interesting to look at in depth.
And the cosmic ramifications of that.
Exactly. And then a month later, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so soon. We have no trailer. We have a trailer. We got a trailer.
A teaser trailer.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, do you see what Tom Holland said?
What?
He said that this whole movie was just like so sad to work on. He doesn't know if they'll be back, and like he said if they do come back, there'll be a very different group of a group of them, and that there's someone's so basically of all the things he said, basically he said Ned is gonna be evil and Zendaya is gonna die. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. Yeah.
Because that's
something
what
like that.
Or it'll be one of someone's dying of that three of them.
Someone
and
is going to die in this movie. Yeah, one significant character, but not Spider-Man. They're going to die in this movie.
Maybe it will be Spider-Man. Maybe it'll be a different Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire, come back.
Maybe they'll kill Tobey Maguire off.
The best Spider-Man.
No, not really. It's okay to be second best Tobey Maguire.
I hope that the sixth villain is Venom. I hope.
Are we allowed to just say spoilers for Venom now, like just straight up?
Yes, I don't care.
Okay, cool. Okay. Just check, make sure it's like because I think there's like a certain amount of time. Anyways, not the point because I don't even know anymore. I'm just hoping DC just announces that they've done something right for once.
And then they can get back on track or something.
So, well, you know what'll be fun?
What?
Disney Plus Day.
What's Disney Plus Day?
The point is Disney does their stuff. The DC Fandome thing. Except
okay. Like what they're adding to their streaming service?
Basically, they'll just announce a bunch of things. Everyone will go crazy because we know it's actually going to come out.
It's actually going to happen. Yeah, exactly.
It'll be new things that we haven't heard before 700 times. Because again, we know. Like they're not going to say Blade is in development or maybe they'll come out with a Fantastic Four casting, which will be big because it'll be more than them just saying, oh, Fantastic Four is in development, because they've already told us that. They're not telling us the same things twice. Because they know
Marvel actually does shit as well, so
it's fine.
Marvel actually does things, so we can trust them. Unlike you, DC.
Yeah. Now the other thing was what was the other thing? There's something else that was important to talk about.
Regards to Fandome?
I don't know. It was really good though. It's
kind of blanking.
What was I going to talk? I was going to bring something that was important and good and obvious, and I think it was Marvel related or DC related or something, comic book or superhero related or movie related. I don't know. Something. Yeah, it's good for stuff. What was it? Okay, this is very annoying. I don't remember
Look through the outline. Don't you got the outline? You can check through it.
No, this is something I just thought of now, and I was like, oh, we should talk about this.
Oh, okay. So improvisation, eh?
Well, if I remembered what it was, if you could improvisation.
Okay. Fair enough.
What were we talking about? Something that said, oh wait, yeah, that's a thing. We're talking about Disney Plus Day. We're talking about Fantastic Four casting. We're talking about doing stuff and being good.
You mentioned Blade as well. Like Blade is in development, but we already know this.
What the hell? It was like I legitimately have no clue what I was gonna say. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Maybe I don't know. That just kind of like went away quickly. Disney said something recently about something. That's what it was. That doesn't actually clarify anything. But now I have a way to look it up. Disney Marvel movies. And we'll just see what comes up. because I'm sure something will
Alright.
drop. Because it was something that just recently said about something. Oh, we need to go into some of these hit pieces soon.
Into what?
I just saw 2 back-to-back anti-Marvel pieces on.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna have to and then some fake stuff and some other stuff. So I'm gonna have to go back to that. Alan
Alright.
Horn left Disney too, which sucked. What was I gonna say? This is very annoying.
My boy didn't remember what he was gonna say.
Okay, well we're gonna go back to the whole Disney thing. We're going to go and we're going to start telling people to stop spreading fake news. Okay? It'll be fun.
Alright. Sounds like a plan.
America Magazine. We need to stop watching Marvel movies at least for a minute. And my Wi-Fi dies at that exact moment, and then it comes back. Beautiful. Let's see. This is from Jim McDermott.
Jim McDermott.
Okay. So I'm gonna not read the whole thing. I'll just kind of scan it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the thing I've learned. Okay. And I know that again this is off topic, but whatever. If you start off an article by saying I love this Marvel Cinematic Universe, you're gonna probably start talking about why you hate it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm over mid-credit scenes, and I think it's ridiculous that after over 13 years of movies, the Marvel films are still dominated by straight white men.
What does race have to do with anything?
Original Marvel TV shows were so incredibly diverse. I also thought the ending of Loki was a train wreck. No one cares about your plans, Kang. But in general, I admire Marvel films and TV shows both for the great entertainment they provide and the aspirations of their storytelling. Thor Ragnarok tried to say something about the experience of refugees. WandaVision about dealing with grief. Black Widow about traumas endured by women and the community of support and strength they can build out of their pain. The world needs more stories like this. Okay. So at this point,
Clearly, this guy hasn't heard of Black Panther or Captain Marvel or Black Widow or Shang-Chi or.
What world is Marvel movies dominated by straight white?
Other than that,
to the extent where most movies are
why you gotta bring race into this?
I guess. And so is Captain America, as far as we know.
No, just why does he have to bring race into it? There's nothing to do with it, actually.
Okay. So let's look at his problem, okay? The first part of the problem. Straight white men, right? Dominating Marvel movies. But okay, you've got Black Panther, literally a all black cast except for the one guy, Everett Ross.
Yeah.
And I guess the Claw.
Claw, yeah. Shang-Chi.
Okay, so that was one. Black Widow, Captain Marvel, both female-led superhero movies. Eternals, first gay superhero pairing that's been banned in half the countries in the world because they Shang-Chi, need I say more? Again, including large portion of that movie not in English, which is a step toward what I think Marvel will inevitably do, which is some full foreign film for a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I think that says enough, to be honest.
That's a good starter right there already.
Oh, and of course, WandaVision,
WandaVision, yeah.
Wanda,
Led by a woman.
Loki, you deal with non-straightness and stuff slightly, not really enough, but whatever. You got things coming out of the pipeline that are gonna be more diverse. Slowly Marvel's project getting more diverse. They're doing a pretty good. I don't know if that's I guess it's a valid complaint. I don't know if it's a needed one. Okay, but we're not even done yet. So let's get into this. Okay, because this has become. attack Marvel hit pieces, which I love because that's fun. Yeah, I think we're at a point where people of goodwill need to stop engaging with the MCU for a minute because most of the characters and stories that we are deriving so much pleasure from. Okay, look, if I'm pointing out grammar mistakes in an article, there's a problem because okay. Because most of the characters and stories that we are deriving so much pleasure from, and then shouldn't there be a comma between from and have been created by people who, according to reports, are not properly compensated for the work? I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad at grammar, but that feels like a bad. There should be some punctuation there. This summer, the estates of Steve Ditko and Jane Colan and writer Don Rico, as well as Larry Lieber, Stan Lee's brother, filed termination notices for the characters. Marvel's suing Stan Lee. And again, we got to bring the fact up that, the video, I did make a video explaining this and how people are over exaggerating this. But yes, did in the past Marvel and even to an extent now fleece the comic creators a little bit? Yeah, they did. It's honest. But at the end of the day, look, the way it works is like this. If you sign a contract, that's just what it is. Yes, maybe in hindsight it's not fair. But if you think Disney's able to negotiate you to something where it's significantly below what you should be getting compensated for, I agree. Then guess what? That's just how it is. All right? You can't cry about the fact like Disney's not forcing anyone to do that. They're signing the contracts willingly. They signed those contracts willingly. Yes. Again, I don't think it's fair. But life's not fair. But they're allowed to sue it, and they're doing it. So, and that'll be resolved its own way, right?
Yeah.
So now you're talking about the heroism of Stan Lee, which is Disney presents itself. Okay, we need to talk about this. Disney presents itself in many ways as the Catholic Church of secular companies. Its brand is decency and the empowerment of humanity. And what it has done to its writers and artists is inconsistent with that. So, oh wait, never mind. Once after taking a little bit closer look at the publication, I realized that this is a very biased source, hence why they're using the Catholic Church as their analogy.
Hey, stop delegitimizing any religion or going down on them. Whether it's Christians, Jews, Muslims, just don't do that. It's not cool.
Yeah, but I mean, not really a but like, yeah, they're biased. Anyways, oh, and then this is the other part. Disney's resistance is also unnecessary. The MCU has generated over $20 billion in box office revenue alone. The company has the funds to compensate these people properly. They just won't. And then he starts quoting Pope Francis, and then this is how he ends it. Now let's get real. I know if you're a Marvel fan, this argument is probably not going to stop you from watching Marvel stories. The fact you say Marvel stories just is very depressing.
That sounds so cringe.
Even if you do genuinely feel bad for these creators, what are you going to do? Not check out the new multiverse Marvel just started? And that's how it. Oh no, he didn't end it like that. There's more. And then he ends it with saying, with great power comes great responsibility, after like a long more spiel about stuff and pandemics and capacities. Look, based on what you just heard, what do you think? Give me your opinion.
Stupid. Instantly. Like, this guy just doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, yeah, clearly. I think people, when they're talking about Marvel, it's gotten to this point where it's like, oh, we can scare people, right? Or we can attack this very popular thing, right? And that's been happening with Marvel. When something's popular, people just start attacking it because it's popular. It isn't about, whether or not it's good. It's not about, like, look, are there arguments in here that are legitimate? For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure there are like the compensation argument. It is a legitimate thing, right?
Yeah.
Marvel and Disney did screw over their creators. But at the same time, obviously, there's more to it, right?
Mhm.
Even initially, I mean, I don't know if we actually talked about this on here, but when like Hollywood Reporter and the other big trades are talking about the lawsuit, right? They were completely fear mongering with, oh my God, the MCU character are going to leave. When in reality, and I made a video again about this, it's where I explain it very simply, but that was never going to happen. If you look at the law and what they were suing for and the precedent, that was never going to happen. It was just a fear tactic that to get clicks, right? And that's what it's become. Is if you're talking about hating on the MCU, you're going to get clicks, right?
Yeah,
If
people are
if
gonna
I
want to read that.
if we made a video, right? Let's say we titled this, "The MCU is failing." You know how many people would click on this?
A
Click,
lot.
click, click. Not very positive attention,
Mhm.
but we'd get the clicks. If we wanted the clicks, we could just say why the Marvel Cinematic Universe is failing. It's ridiculous. It's like even the other thing, right? Is Disney could lose film rights to Spider-Man by 2023. They're not going to. Do you know they could? Yes, you're right. Disney could. But what's the point of it? What's the point of that headline if it's not true? It's not going to happen. There's a 0.001% chance Marvel loses the rights to Spider-Man, film rights to
Mhm.
Spider-Man. Do you know why? Because when the last time when that happened, for the brief moment of awful horror that was in the world, Marvel and Sony came to an agreement, or Disney and Sony came to an agreement. Yes, there will be times where negotiating tactics get a little bit aggressive and things like this happen, but at the end of the day, Sony is not. There's a reason Sony went to Marvel in the first place because they don't know how to make a good Spider-Man movie.
True.
Like recently, good Spider-Man movie.
Mhm.
They needed Marvel. They needed those characters. Do you think Spider-Man would be as popular as he is if there wasn't the other characters around him? I mean,
No.
maybe, but those movies would not be as good without, Marvel. Oh my God, I remember what I was gonna say. Like, way back before we went on this long tangent about. So, just and it relates to this obviously, but so
Mhm.
there was this thing that came out that Kevin Feige. So do you remember Black Widow? Do you remember the kitchen dinner scene
Mhm.
with the whole family?
Yeah.
Like that was like one of the best parts of Black Widow, right?
Yeah.
So the director said that they actually wanted to cut that scene, but Kevin Feige told them no. Kevin Feige forced them to keep that scene in, and the general reaction was, and including my reaction, was, thank God Kevin Feige told them to keep that scene because that's one of the most important scenes of that movie in terms of the character development, letting the characters kind of show who they are. Because they said it wouldn't fit was the reason the director said she wanted to cut it. But
Mhm.
like, think about how ridiculous that would be if they cut it.
I remember that scene. It was important, but no, the fact who even suggested to take it out?
The director and the
Why?
cast.
It's her most important scene.
But Kevin Feige told them no, you have to keep it, which is it reminds you like, look, there's a Kevin Feige, it's a guy like Kevin Feige, right? Like he'll only get involved when he really needs to. When there's
Mhm.
something where he's like, no, this is good. This is gonna really make the movie. But there's also times where you just can't step on the director every second, every chance you get, right? There
Mhm.
has to be a happy medium where the director isn't going to do whatever the hell they want, but at the same time, the executives also aren't doing whatever they want. So I think that because DC falls into one side, Marvel into the other side, or Marvel falls in the middle more, I guess. But why Shang-Chi isn't a hit in China? Maybe because it doesn't release in China.
Doesn't release there.
Maybe typically that. Um. Um. Let's look for more Disney hate pieces, Marvel hate pieces. Marvel sucks. Let's look at that and see what happens. Because why not? Marvel fatigue is real. Ooh, that's good.
Marvel fatigue. That's the first time I've ever heard that term.
Oh, it's not the first time I've ever heard that term, but it's definitely the most annoying time I've heard it. Um, um, my God, there's a lot of noise outside. Okay, It's really messing up like my flow right here. Oh my goodness. I'm getting a little tired of the same SHIT, different day type of drill. This is a quote from the article. After all we've been through this year, and not all of it was so bad, I'm really feeling like you're only bringing the same formulaic stuff to the table. So let's talk. It really sucks feeling yourself get tired of something that you once enjoyed. In a year when there are scheduled to be 8 live-action Marvel Cinematic Universe properties, 4 TV shows, 4 movies, 3 and 2 of which have already come out respectively, now is the time to make sure they're going down the right path forward, because it feeling kind of monotonous, if not a little stale. Oh my goodness.
That sounds terrible.
Okay, look, I don't understand this. Like, these people, how are they qualified to talk about this stuff?
Probably freelance journalists. You never know.
But like, are these like, people say, okay, you know, they're the qualified person. People talk about them, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are these people qualified when you're saying stuff like this? This is ridiculous garbage. This is a ridiculous, like, hot take. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a hot take so I can be like popular and have clicks. Garbage. That's what it is. Garbage.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why can't people just be? I guess it doesn't make clicks, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You need the clicks. You need the clickbait headlines, and it's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. Why can't we just all love the MCU?
Well,
We
people are
all
going to
know
have
there's
differing
nothing wrong with the
opinions,
MCU.
quite obviously.
Well, as a whole, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, there are things that aren't as good as other things, and you have to be able to acknowledge that others are just as bad, right? Like, if you say everything's amazing, like, you got to acknowledge there are some things that are not as great as other things, and there are flaws in the MCU. Obviously, everything has flaws.
Mm-hmm.
But to just hate on it constantly because you know people are going to click on it, that's
Silly.
it's ridiculous. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
And it's just people who want attention. I don't know what's wrong with them.
And then the other thing is this, right? Like, you can make a nice logical argument, or you could say this formulaic garbage that's stale. And it's like, okay, if you think, you know what, you may think it, you may be right. Maybe it's stale for you. Maybe you find it stale. You know what you can do? I'll tell you what you can do. Okay, this may be a revolutionary idea.
Mm-hmm.
Don't watch it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't
Exactly.
like it. No one's making you watch it. If it's your job to watch it, then, do it on the merits of it being, a massive grossing franchise, right? Like, why are you, like, if you don't like it, maybe reporting on the MCU is not what you should be doing with your life,
Mm-hmm.
because then you don't have to watch it. Like, there's so many other things you can report on. Why report on the MCU if you're just going to hate on it all the time? So now back to James. Now let's talk about James Bond on another note,
Mm-hmm.
because I completely forgot about James Bond. Now we're gonna talk about James Bond. Okay. So I think we're gonna just not do non-spoiler stuff because I want to talk about the spoilers. So spoiler warning: if you yada yada, go away if you have a spoiler. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip to, like, whatever later on when spoilers are done, and we talk about the box office.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3 seconds before we start spoiling things to go away. Watch it and then come back always. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you've been warned. Let's start from the beginning and then we'll go to the end. Okay.
So I'm gonna start with just a general review of this. This was a very good movie, as all James Bond movies are. But I did have one problem with it, which was shocking to me. I did have one pretty big problem with No Time to Die. You want to know what it is? Not enough suits and ties in fancy places.
Oh.
Not enough. Not enough. James Bond doing a little bow tie fixing his watch after beating some guy up, like a little. Not enough of that. Like, obviously there was the part in Cuba, but that was just one. I feel like there should have been so much more because that's what James Bond is, right? Suits and ties and fancy places, fixing his suit and things like that. And that movie lacked that clearly. So that was my biggest problem with it. It's on my letterbox. It's the best movie I've seen in 2021 so far. But overall, terrific movie. Actually, it was very good.
Yeah.
Just not enough suits and ties in fancy places is my only issue with it.
I think so. I liked it a lot. Of the James, like I looked at the end of the day, I'll be perfectly honest here. I have seen Skyfall, I've seen Spectre, and I've seen I think one other Bond movie, one of the Connery ones. I don't remember which one, but one of those, and that is it. That is my extent of the James Bond knowledge. Obviously, I know of James Bond, but I've not seen anything beyond that. And um, the what was I going to say? But people, so I've talked to a few people who are very similar to you, like, love James Bond, whatever. And the thing I've gotten kind of relatively consistently is, and I'm going to quote here, kind of below average for Bond films, not the worst one. Meh, right? That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, I loved it, but again, I'm not someone who is necessarily, the biggest James Bond expert, which is why I'm going to defer a lot of this to you, is because you're obviously the James Bond expert here. You've seen all of them. You're a very diehard fan. Comparing this to, I guess, not only the other Daniel Craig ones, which I think it is the best Daniel Craig James Bond movie, I think. What do you say? Like, where does this rank in terms of the all-time James Bonds? Like top, middle, bottom?
Middle, like close to. It's in the top 10 or top 15. You got like Skyfall and Casino Royale and other movies like that at the top, but No Time to Die, it was great. But just that one fact, that one particular fact that it was missing, the one piece that's in every single James Bond movie, the suits and ties and the fancy places, that's what kind of dropped it off. So it would be like a top 10 for 100%.
So you're kind of in that middle tier too for it.
It'd like late top 10, like number 9, number 10, or number 8 even.
Okay. Because in my mind, and I want you to compare the movie I'm going to tell you in a sec, and I want you to compare that to this James Bond movie, because this is what my conclusion was. In my mind, I compared this to the last Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, like just like how I remember when we were reviewing that one, we kind of said, "Oh my God, this was the best Mission Impossible movie by far."
It was, and it was 100%, no doubt.
That, in my mind, was my reaction coming out of James Bond, No Time to Die.
Mm-hmm.
It was that kind of movie.
It was great. It was awesome for real. Like the action was fun. The entire movie was great, but I wouldn't say it's the best. You got Skyfall. You got what else? On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Goldfinger even in there.
Yeah.
Casino Royale as well.
So the other thing I want to talk about in this movie is this. And the one criticism I do have of this movie is this. And I think I told you this already that I whatever before. But I didn't like the fact that I saw that twist coming 10,000 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
The second Rami Malek introduced the red vial, the second he brought it out, I instantly knew one of two things was going to happen. And both of those resulted in James Bond getting the
nanobot.
The nanobots. Either meant he was going to die, as he did, or it meant that he was going to be in a more ironic twist of fate, which was what I thought would have been more likely and would have maybe even been better, is in an ironic twist of fate. He lived, but he could never even come close to them again, right?
Yeah, to Madeline and his daughter.
Exactly, and he would never be able to come close to them ever again in his entire life. And I thought him living and having to suffer through that would have been a more a better ending than him dying?
Yeah, because they've never killed off a James Bond, like any one of them. It was their first time killing him.
Now, I do also have to say, when we talk about this, and we'll talk about this kind of in the future, and after we finish talking about the kind of movie itself, but I do think it makes sense for them to move on from James Bond now. I think the best way
Nah.
to do this is just to say, look, James Bond, you're retired. 007 is retired. We're done. You're done. Because I think that's kind of the implications they're going to like. If in my mind, at least, it felt like by the end of this movie, they'd kind of realized the 007 is more than the number. James Bond is the hero, whatever, like to the organization. And in my mind, at least, the way it felt and ended was they're going to retire 007, and James Bond now is officially gone. After whatever years and years and years and years of James Bond.
Since the 60s. James Bond's been here since the 60s, yeah.
He is now officially gone. And we are going to move on now. We're going to do things where we'll have we'll still have movies with 00 agents, right? But we'll kind of, and maybe there'll be a 00 agent who people really like, right? And we'll kind of, be able to build on that, but it'll be a very different kind of feel. It'll be a much more.
Don't forget, at the end of the end credit scene, they did say James Bond will return. So that could hint at
I didn't know that
James Bond returning.
I do believe that when they say that, they're saying, I don't know, like in my mind, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like it really cheapens the death if James Bond comes back in any form.
I hope James Bond does come back, but I don't, like Daniel Craig said, it shouldn't be a woman. Not trying to be sexist, it's just the way James Bond is.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's why I said what they should do is, instead of making James Bond a woman,
recast
002 or 003, right?
No. Recast. There's two particular men that I believe can be the next James Bond.
What I'm saying is, you have whatever you do with James Bond, you can do, but you have a spin-off movie where you have a 002, for example, and it's a woman, right? And because that's not James Bond, that's just another 00 agent, right? And you follow this character, so it's a different character, right? Because that's what he was saying. The essence of his comments were, there should be a woman, but the James Bond role is James Bond. Like, you can have iconic women character roles and iconic men character roles. You don't have to change them. Like, you don't have to make James Bond a woman.
I don't think they'll do spin-offs. I think they're going to stick to 007 for sure.
I don't think they will, though, because I think that's what they're implying with the way they kind of introduced the characters. In my mind, at least, that's what and even with Daniel Craig's comments, right? They felt very much like they're planning on doing spin-offs. I don't know if it'll be a TV show. I don't know what it'll be, because they could very well do a TV show type thing with spin-offs. But I do think they're going to do spin-offs. I think that's
just the lone fact that they said in the end credit scene James Bond will return. I already knew
like John Wick. Look at what they're doing with John Wick, right? They have I
already knew that 007 was returning, but they're going to recast him, and I already have two guys in mind that I think can be an excellent James Bond after Craig.
Tom Holland and
No. Michael Fassbender and Richard Madden.
Wrong. That is not the correct answer.
Richard Madden will make an excellent James Bond. Richard Madden, Michael Fassbender, Idris Elba.
Try again.
Tom Hardy or Henry Cavill.
There you go. You hit it. Finally, you got it.
No. It's
Tom
Richard
Hardy
Madden or Michael Fassbender.
If there is a next one.
Richard Madden, he has that classy, kind of look to him. If you want, he has this one TV show called The Bodyguard where he wears a suit and tie all the time there, and he can be a great James Bond or Fassbender or Tom Hardy.
Now, can I make the argument for Tom Hardy over all of those?
Go for it.
Okay. So, Tom Hardy. So, look at Daniel Craig for a moment, his James Bond. The way you see him and you see his James Bond, very well put together, kind of professional, very calm to an extent kind of guy. And then let's look at Tom Hardy for a second, right? You're not going to get that same kind of feeling, right, with Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's not this kind of calm, or is not going to be this calm, put together kind of guy.
So
right?
Why change it? Why change the tradition of James Bond being a calm guy?
But it's not the tradition of James Bond. It's the tradition of, you can still have the mentality of James Bond, but Tom Hardy, the way he'll deliver that role will be very unique and separate from Daniel Craig. So it doesn't feel Like they're trying to, they're doing something else with James Bond rather than just trying to find the next Daniel Craig. You know what I mean? Like every
You
time
never
they
know.
change,
Tom Hardy can change it up. You never know.
but that's what I'm saying though. I think the fact that
No,
he
no, no.
will
Like change it up
change,
to what you're saying. Like maybe he can take on like a calm role of James
but
Bond.
do you want them to find the next because look, okay, let's look at every time they change the James Bond actor, it's a very different kind of actor,
But
right?
somewhat similar to the guy before him.
Somewhat with the essence of the character, but they're
Mm.
still different, right? They're still very
But
unique
the
characters.
thing is, I don't think Tom Hardy has that classy kind of look. He has more of a like a roughneck kind of look. Richard Madden, he has like that classic kind of look. Tom Hardy has like that rough, tough, like roughneck kind of look, not necessarily like one suited for James Bond.
I in my mind at least, right? And I think I'm gonna go back at some point, obviously, and watch all the James Bond movies. But in my mind, right, the transition from Sean Connery to Roger Moore, like Sean Connery, you know, and Roger Moore, they were very different in the way they approached that role,
Hmm.
right? Like obviously you've seen all of them, so you know even better. But like I think and then Pierce Brosnan is actually the perfect example of this, right? Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig, they are so different in the way that they approach that role,
Hmm.
right? Like you agree they're very different, and just in general, Pierce Brosnan is a much different actor than Daniel Craig. He's actually a lot more like that kind of Tom Hardy kind of actor.
Hmm.
So like you go from like I guess you had Timothy Dalton, but you really go from Roger Moore being like the big guy to Pierce Brosnan, right? That's a big change in the kind of tone, acting mentality of James Bond, right? Then you get Daniel Craig after that. And again, you go back to that more, I guess, put together kind of classic, kind of more, I guess, traditional,
Hmm.
right? The more Sean Connery kind of thing. And I think there's that different vibe, right?
It's based on the audience and their preferences. Some audiences might like a Pierce Brosnan, some might like a James Bond, a Daniel Craig. So it's based on the audience, realistically.
But it's also based like I feel like the reason that they do this typically, especially with something like a James Bond, is because you don't want it to feel stale. You don't want it to feel like I've seen the same character basically for 25 movies, and it's not because you have to have little changes in the character, which is why obviously the best thing about James Bond is the fact that they change the actor so it feels like a slightly new character
Hmm.
every time, right? Every time you have James Bond, every time there's a new actor playing James Bond, it feels like almost a slightly different version of James Bond, right? It doesn't feel like the same thing, and I feel like as much like if you're talking about maybe if you do Tom Hardy for a few movies and then you do someone else, right? And you go back to that kind of Richard Madden or that kind of thing, that would be great, right?
Hmm.
But I feel like maybe it's just me, but when you're going from kind of this Daniel Craig to Daniel Craig, you're trying to do Daniel Craig again. It not only does disservice to Daniel Craig's legacy as James Bond, but it also kind of make
Yeah,
feel.
whoever is the next 007, James Bond has some huge shoes to fill.
But that's the thing, like why fill those shoes rather than pivot, right? Like and do a slightly different take on the character. A good kind of example, I guess, to this would be Aladdin, right? The genie in Aladdin, right?
Yeah.
Will Smith is not going to ever be as good as Robin Williams in the role of the genie.
Hmm.
Never, never, not even a question. But Will Smith knew that, and Will Smith said, "I'm going to do a slightly different version of this character, right? I'm not going to be that traditional. I'm not going to try to mimic a great character, right? I'm going to kind of use what I'm good at, right? And I'll make it a little bit different. So you still use the same character,
Hmm.
but with a stylistic change almost, right? I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about this, but I think they need to kind of think about this more in a stylistic way of like, you want to be able to kind of say, look, this is the new era. If you do end up bringing back James Bond, whatever, this is the new era of 007 James Bond.
Hmm.
This is not Daniel Craig. this is and I feel like, if you get someone too similar to Daniel Craig in terms of style and, looks and stuff like that, you run the risk of it feeling too much the same, and then there being people saying, okay, well, now it literally just feels like the same character again, right?
Also take into consideration age, right, of the actor. So Tom Hardy's like in his mid 40s, and Richard Madden's like 35. So I think a younger guy like Madden could also be a little bit better.
I
That way
mean,
he has a much better longevity as James Bond because Daniel Craig was getting old. They cast him when he was a pretty rather old fella, and he was still able to
but
make 5 movies. But I
it,
think if they get Richard Madden, like a young guy in his mid 30s, he can have a great longevity as Bond.
but like, what if you do like a 2 movie? Like, what if Tom Hardy is James Bond for 3 movies,
And then bring in Richard Madden.
and you bring someone, Richard Madden or someone else like that, maybe Idris Elba or, oh, Idris Elba was also older, but you know who else would be really good in that role? You know who? Oh, I like this idea. John Boyega.
Oh no, I
I could
no, I
see
don't
it.
think he has that. He doesn't have that James Bond kind of thing.
I think he does.
Nah, not so much.
I
He doesn't
think he,
have that charm. John Boyega doesn't really have that charm James Bond has.
I don't
You
know.
know,
I think he does.
particularly the charm on like women, which is a huge part of James Bond. I don't
I don't,
think Boyega really has that charm.
I don't know. I think I definitely think it'll be I think it'll be if they do. I think they should definitely look at him for that role because I think he gives the age. He's what, 30 right now. He's got so he's still younger. I think he might.
You can look at the age, but you can look at him, but just know you cast him. I don't really think he'll be like a good one. He won't really live up.
I think
He
it's just about
he
the
he
acting.
doesn't really have that charm. He doesn't have that like charm that James Bond has.
I don't know. I think you can. I could see it. I think so.
Nah, I wouldn't say so. But yeah, Richard Madden, that's for longevity of James Bond if they want to keep him for a long time.
But I feel like in my mind at least, Richard Madden feels very much like it'll be it'll be it'll be just wannabe Daniel Craig, and I feel a rip off Daniel Craig for whatever how many movies, and I don't know if people will want that. Like as you get like I think he'll be good, but I think people could find him to kind of be too much of the same,
Hmm.
right? I
Uh,
think they definitely be British, whoever it is.
hmm.
I think
A
because I
British man,
like 100%, right?
a British man, it has to be.
Yeah. I think Tom Hardy could do it. Henry Cavill would be another interesting one too. I don't know if we mentioned him.
He'd be okay, but Fassbender and Madden and Idris Elba maybe and Tom Hardy, those are the best candidates.
Yeah, Richard Madden would be cool. Ooh, you know who else could do it?
Richard Madden, he's got like that swag. That's the thing. Swag is a word nobody uses anymore, but he's got it.
Henry Golding.
Henry Golding. Let's see who this guy is. It's all about the face.
I think he could do it.
Oh,
I think
he's not British. He's
yeah,
British
he is.
Malaysian. I don't know.
He has a British accent though.
I know, but looking at his face, no, I don't think he can be a James Bond.
Watch. Have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
I have, but
Have you seen,
nah, I
and you've
don't.
seen The Gentleman, right? And he's in both those.
Yeah, but
He, I
nah,
I totally think he could do. I think actually I'm really into that casting right now.
nah,
Oh, look, there's an
no. I
article
think
too. See, look at that.
that nah. He doesn't have that look.
Henry Golding. I like that a lot actually.
No, I'm not a fan of this. He
Yeah,
doesn't have that look.
I think he could. I totally think I actually very on board with this idea right now. I'm
No.
fully on board with that. I think that would be so cool because he does. I think he could do it. I think it'd be so. I'm actually like I don't know why, but I really like that idea. John Page also could do it. The guy from Bridgerton.
Let's see. Eh,
He could do it. He could do it.
eh. Not too many men have the
Pierce Brosnan said he would be a wonderful choice to replace Daniel Craig.
what's it called? Not too many men have like that ability for James Bond.
But I think it's like even Pierce Brosnan said he would be a wonderful choice, right?
Eh.
Like I think because I think this is the thing, and it obviously not nothing against you, like, but it I think you're you're very attached to Daniel Craig.
Not attached to Daniel Craig, just attached to like the criteria of making a James Bond.
But see, that's the thing. I think the difference between our perspectives, I guess, is you're very attached, I guess, to character and the I guess the way James Bond is being done, and you're very well. I'm less attached, I guess, to the character and to the archetype of James Bond. So I'm much more open to, I guess, different like takes. Be it Tom Hardy or John Boyega. Like, I'm because I'm not as heavily invested with the James Bond, as the past of James Bond. I'm
Mhm.
more open to I guess, the more creative, I guess, castings or unique
Like
castings.
like not as traditional or something.
Yeah, because I think
Okay.
Obviously Tom Hardy would not be a traditional James Bond. There's no way you can argue that he would be, right?
Mhm.
Because just his own personality and his own like just the way he is and his gravitas, like the way he carries himself, he wouldn't be Daniel Craig, right? Like he would
Mhm.
be a very like he would be a very different. Even Henry Cavill, if Henry Cavill did it, right? He would just be very different. Just the way they carry themselves much more, I guess, highbrow than someone like a Daniel Craig did, right?
Mhm.
And I think you've got the charm, but you've also got in a different way. Even Idris Elba, right? Idris Elba would kind of be again a very like they carry themselves in a very different way. And I think I don't know. I think there is a world where now because the other thing you have to think about is how long will they be James Bond for? Because you assume that they're going to be like a 5, 6 time James Bond,
Mhm.
right? But if their plan, for example, like if the studio plan is they want to do someone for one movie to be James Bond,
Mhm.
that'd be a
They
very
they did
different
that with someone, and it actually turned out to be the worst James Bond movie.
for Her Majesty's whatever, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Here, bodyguard producer appears to confirm Richard Madden is a quote unquote serious contender to be the next James Bond. So it looks like this Richard Madden thing is actually pretty serious. It's from the
It is.
Huffington Post UK.
I definitely think, um, I definitely think. Well, hold on.
It looks like this Richard Madden thing is actually serious.
Okay then. Get ready for a new segment of our show, which we're gonna call betting odds.
Uh-oh.
Ready for the Vegas betting odds of who the next James Bond is gonna be?
All right.
Guess who's the best odds?
Who?
I said guess.
Uh, Tom Hardy.
Yes.
He's the highest chance.
Highest chance, 10-3.
Who's making these bets?
Vegas.
Can you really trust Vegas bets after, seeing the bets they make on sports and after coming up wrong all the time?
Yeah,
Who did
but
who did Vegas bets bet on to win the NBA finals?
probably the Nets.
And
Because
look
anyone
where
with a brain
look
betted
where
on
the
the
Nets
Nets.
got to. Look where the Nets got to. They got to nowhere. They lost to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Only because Kevin Durant's foot grew suddenly.
And Kevin Durant's big foot.
Let me find the odds page. But Vegas odds are always fun because,
I don't trust Vegas anymore because
I
of
mean, you think about
because
what Vegas odds are based off of, right?
because of their distrust of the Atlanta Hawks, and then they proved them all wrong. That was funny.
I think I don't know how they have them still I think they're too high in the Atlanta Hawks now, but
Hmm.
Where'd this go? Hold on. So Tom Hardy is number 1 with plus 163 odds to be the next James Bond. Guess who number 2 is?
Who?
Guess.
I don't know. I can't make guesses.
Renee Jean Page, the other guy we were talking about, with plus 200. Third is Luke Evans with plus 275.
Luke Evans.
I think he was in that
Oh yeah,
Disney
facts.
movie.
I forgot about that guy. Kinda.
What movie was he in?
Beauty and the Beast.
That's the one. Yes.
Anna.
I knew it. Look at that. James Norton plus 333. Sam Hugan plus 450. Tom Hiddleston plus 450. Michael Fassbender plus 500. Jake Loudon plus 600. Richard Madden plus 600. Shauna Lynch plus 600. Idris Elba plus 700. Cillian Murphy plus 700. Henry Cavill plus 800. Jude Law plus 800. And Chris Hemsworth plus 1,000. Chris Hemsworth would be an awful James Bond.
Yeah. Is he even British? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he maybe is.
Chris Hemsworth. Let's see. No, he's Australian.
Oh, right, of course. Stupid.
Tough.
Yeah. So, Vegas betting odds. If you had money on one of these guys, who would it be?
Richard Madden, obviously.
You would put money on Richard Madden.
I put my money on Richard Madden, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't trust the what's his name? The Vegas betting odds because of their horrible NBA
people, right?
I would put Richard Madden. I would put my money on Madden.
Also, we are not at all endorsing Jude Law or Chris Hemsworth to become James Bond, because if they do, that would be a disaster.
That'd be a disaster. Yeah, it'd be terrible for the franchise.
Luke Evans would be fine. Actually, I wouldn't mind that. I don't like it, but I'm very on. I would put my money on someone who's not even on this list, which is John Boyega. I'm really into this, or Henry Golding. I'd really be into either of those guys as James Bond, to be honest.
Yeah, that'd be solid.
I would. My top 3 would probably be, okay. Give your top 3. I think
Madden, Sam Heughan, and
Sam Heughan now.
Yeah, and Michael Fassbender probably. Maybe even Tom Hardy tied with Fassbender.
Okay, mine would be John Boyega, Henry Golding, and probably Tom Hardy.
All right.
Box office.
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, we didn't rate the movie. I don't know what my rating is, but.
Oh, easy, 9 out of
10. So just like mine is probably like 8 or 9 or something.
All right.
Yeah, probably 9. But mine is so I don't know, when you told me this at some point after you watched it. And I'm gonna have to, and I do have to say, I echoed the complete sentiments when I looked at my list of movies of the year. It jumped to number 1 very quickly.
Yeah, easily.
Without a doubt, it was the best movie this year.
Well, there's more movies to come out as well. You got Eternals and Spider-Man and such. So
yes, until Spider-Man comes out, when it inevitably jumps that. But
on your list, it's got some competition.
But look, hey, I'm telling you, I didn't think it was going to be this. It jumped up instantly, like it was done.
Mhm.
Let's talk about box office. Do you have the projections that we made for James Bond's opening weekend?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, and the other box office stuff, which is all too. And I will get the actual box office page up.
I don't think we made projections. I just said like it'll be number one.
We made projections. I remember.
Well, tough. I didn't write them down for both of
Yeah.
us.
Damn it.
Uh,
I could go back. Could do it. Should I go back? Should I find it?
the what? Yeah.
Okay. We made it from the 8th to the 10th. I remember. Ugh, I might want to go back right now. Very lazy. I'll just tell you what it was, and then I'll, I thought you wrote them down.
Nah, it looks like I didn't.
Because I remember we said, okay, we're not going to make projections for that week. We're making predictions for 2 weeks from now. Because we recorded it on a weird day again, like today. Fine, I'll go back. The comic boys. Oops, I hear my voice loudly here. Nope, we gotta just move all the way to the end. Stupid phone. They just duped you. Okay, talk for a minute while I'm trying to find this.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what the box office was for latest weekend, October. No, yeah,
8 to 10.
8 to 10. Yeah, facts.
I'm gonna just mute so I do so.
All right, so while he figures his things out, I'm gonna read the box office projections we had. So number one was No Time to Die. Number two was Venom. Number three was The Addams Family. Number four was Shang-Chi. And number five was The Many Saints of Newark, a Sopranos story. So my co-host here, he did James Bond number one, Venom number two, Addams Family three, Shang-Chi four, and Dear Evan Hansen number five. Uh, so let's see. So you actually got 4 out of 5 correct. That's actually pretty fun. That's pretty good. You got 4 out of 5 correct. That's dope.
Wait, how do you not
Uh,
go for 5 correct? I didn't take them down.
no, like the box office.
So you did take them
The
down.
not the like the like the dollar figure for James Bond,
Oh
but
no,
like
we never
just
did
the
the dollar figure one.
nah. But nah, you did much better.
So you do have them. Yeah, we never did the dollar
I
figure.
thought you were talking about the dollars it
No,
was
no,
making,
we
but
didn't do
no, I
that for
got
this one.
no, but you got 4 out of 5. I got 3 out of 5. So this is
So
that's a
what
dub.
was number one? What was our
J
number one?
James Bond, No Time, Venom, Addams Family, Shang-Chi, and The Sopranos movie.
Wait, that was mine?
Oh no, you
Oh, I
did
was like,
James
that's a
Bond,
good.
Venom, The Addams Family, Shang-Chi, and Dear Evan Hansen.
God damn it, my stupid belief in a stupid movie.
And Dear Evan Hansen was number 7.
Yeah, I know. Below Freak too.
Yeah,
Stupid me. I'm so stupid. I mean, stupid me. Could have gotten them all right. Anyway,
yeah.
what'd you put?
Uh, Same thing as you for the 3, but I put The Sopranos at 4 and Shang-Chi at 5.
Your disbelief in Marvel
Yeah,
cost you. What I tell you? I told you. Okay,
yeah.
our projections for next weekend.
What movies come out?
Or this, I guess this weekend. What's currently going on? Because I have no clue what's currently going on, so I can't spoil anything.
Oh, Matt Damon has a movie came out. I need to watch that.
Yeah,
The Last Duel
the last duel. That
with
is
Ben
correct.
Affleck. I gotta watch that. I forgot
Okay,
to.
so the last duel is the only new movie this week, and Halloween Kills. Sorry.
And Halloween. Oh yeah, Halloween Kills is gonna
Actually,
make
no, we're not gonna do
bank.
that. We're not gonna do that because we know these kind of.
Halloween Kills is gonna make bank.
We're going to skip a week again.
All right.
We're going to next week. It's box
That's
office.
good.
So pretend Halloween Kills is number one because it probably will be by the end of the weekend.
You know
And
what? I'm actually good for myself. Okay, you want to put Halloween Kills number one?
No, I'm saying pretend it for this weekend is Halloween Kills.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the weekend of October 22nd because by the time we record another one, it'll be. Wait, how does that work? Wait, is my brain going to work? So if we record next week, wait, we think we're going to record next week, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Whatever. Let's go with this weekend, even though we kind of know what the Friday projections are.
All right.
So
what do you
Halloween
want?
Kills, Last Duel are the two new ones.
So what do you want to do for yours?
Halloween Kills, No Time to Die, Venom, The Last Duel, and then Addams Family, I guess.
All
Or
right.
the Sopranos one. Yeah, no, Addams Family.
Okay, I'm gonna go. No Time to Die. Number one.
Over Halloween Kills.
Yeah, Halloween Kills 2. The Last Duel 3. Venom 4. And then let's go with Shang-Chi 5, maybe.
No, kids movies always make the bank. I'm telling you.
Alright, whatever. I'll go with the Addams Family. Bam. Got our list.
It could have been different stuff, but no. And then next week is The Ron's Gone Wrong and Dune and The French Dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know why it says French Dispatch is limited because it should be wide. Clifford, I keep forgetting that's coming out. There's a trailer for that too. The Clifford movie.
Mm-hmm.
That looks awful.
Well, looks like
I
we're
don't
good.
want it to come out. Yeah, but that's the box office. I've got to watch movies at some point again. There's a lot of things I have to watch still.
Yeah, there's a lot that came out.
I'm gonna watch Suicide Squad still.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
We just talked about how I hadn't watched it.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I thought you would like first thing watch that or something.
No, I wasn't because I wasn't here when it came out.
Oh, yeah, facts.
And then I just let's look at. Ooh, I'm looking at indexes in box. I'm just playing around with the box office website right now because it's fun. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna ask you. Okay, we're gonna do some box office trivia quickly because why not? Because I found some cool things. Okay,
All right.
what is the top grossing G movie?
G movie.
Yeah, rated G.
The top group.
It's relatively new.
Oh, really?
Relatively.
What year did it come out?
It sometime between 2018 and now, I guess.
28.
It's new. It's animated. If you didn't know,
Oh yeah, okay, makes sense.
it's probably from Disney. Fun fact: the top-rated G movie, the top-rated PG movie, the top-rated or G/PG, the top-rated PG movie, and the top-rated PG-13 movie are all Disney.
What was that? Is it the newest Toy Story movie?
Yes. I don't know how you
Which
got
one
that.
is it? Which one
Toy
is
Story
it? Like the fifth, the fourth?
Fourth. There are four.
Fourth. Okay. That's the
Wait,
highest grossing G movie?
yeah. What's the
What?
highest grossing PG-13 PG movie? Sorry.
PG?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's also
Another Disney
relatively new.
movie?
Fun fact: it's also an animated movie by Disney. So
It's
actually,
also
it's a
Disney,
Pixar
right?
movie too,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and it's
Uh,
relatively new, and it's not a first one.
top grossing.
Now, who distributed this movie?
Um, Frozen?
Nope.
Damn.
It's a movie. It's a superhero movie.
Superhero movie.
Yeah, you can call it that.
The Incredibles 2?
Yep, there you go.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Now, what's the highest grossing PG or PG-13 movie?
Avengers Endgame.
Nope.
What? It's not Avengers Endgame?
No. It's not because
Avengers
that's not the way they these did it. Oh, by the way, these are domestic.
Oh,
Should
okay.
put that in there too.
Avengers Infinity War?
Nope. Not Marvel.
The Titanic?
Nope. It's Disney.
Oh, I don't know. I ran out of options.
It's Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh my god. Why?
Okay, what's the record holder for the best top single day gross all time for a Wednesday?
Avengers Endgame?
Nope.
Infinity War.
It's got the Batman in it. No, it's got the guy who's playing the Batman in it.
Today's Batman?
I don't know. A Batman.
Batman? Okay, Tenet.
Nope.
The
It's an older movie
Oh, okay.
because no one releases movies on Wednesdays anymore. I guess.
Oh god, I don't know. Tell me.
The Twilight Saga Eclipse.
Oh my god.
Guess what the highest grossing single day non-opening gross for a Monday is? So the
What
highest
is it?
gross, guess.
Uh,
Is the highest gross on a Monday
Let
when
me
it's
get a hint for this. Let me get a hint for this one.
every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are all Disney movies. Literally every single day of the week is a Disney movie. It's great.
Who's in the movie?
Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, Black Panther. That's such a big clue.
Okay. What movie was the fastest to 100 million, 150 million, 200 million, 250 million, 300 million,
Avatar.
350 million?
Avatar.
Nope. 350 million, 400 million, 450 million, 500 million, 550 million, 600 million, 650 million. Which was the fastest movie to get to every million up until 650 million?
Avengers Endgame.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
Now, which was the movie that was the fastest to get from 700, or fastest movie to get to 700 million, 750 million, 800 million, and 850 million, and 900 million?
Avengers Infinity War.
Nope. Disney, but not that part of Disney.
The Incredibles?
Nope. We've talked about this movie though.
Frozen.
Nope. It's Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I forget how much money that movie made sometimes.
What is the highest grossing month of all time? Like what year and month was the highest grossing month of all time?
January 2019.
Nope.
April 2018.
Nope.
April 2019.
Nope.
May 2019.
Nope. You're too recent.
Okay. Okay, I'll start off with the
let's
years.
logic this, okay? What month is typically the best for box office? When the biggest movies come out and when most people can go watch movies because it's a certain time of year.
July?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you got the month.
July
Now what
2015.
year? No.
2014.
Too early.
Too early? July 2016.
Too early.
July
Wait, no,
2017.
too close to now.
Oh, okay, like too
That's what I
recent.
meant to
Okay.
say. Yeah.
July 2012.
No, very close.
July 2011.
Yes.
Oh, what
Is the
movies
highest
came
grossing
out?
month of all time.
What movies came
With
out that month?
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Captain America the First Avenger, Cars 2, The Smurfs, Winnie the Pooh, Green Lantern, Crazy Stupid Love, X-Men First Class,
Oh my god.
Kung Fu Panda. I don't think all came out. They didn't all come out this month. They're all like high-grossing movies. Thor, Kung Fu Panda 2, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, Judy Moody and the not bummer summer. Yeah, they were all very high-grossing movies. Horrible Bosses, Zookeeper, Bad Teacher, Cowboys and Aliens, Super 8. Basically, a ton of movies that are all like super high grossers.
Yeah. Ooh,
Uh,
I gotta go soon, so someone's
yes,
calling me.
that was the last one. But that's wild. See, now you know things about movies. You know July 2011, which grossed a total of $1 billion, $1,394,000,000,
Mm-hmm.
is the highest grossing month
For
of
a
all.
movie. Oh my god, that's a lot of movies that came out in that time.
Well, they're all because they all came out, whatever, end of May, beginning of July. So now you know the highest grossing month in the history of box office
Mm-hmm.
is July 2011. There you go. You learn something new every day. Now, with that
Exactly.
comes the end of our podcast episode. It is an hour and 46 minutes. That is a long time. So if you stuck around, good job. If you didn't, well, you're not hearing this, so it doesn't matter. Don't forget to do all this stuff, the like, subscribe, the follow us on social media, all that stuff, comment, share, yada, yada, yada. You know what to do, right? I
Yeah.
will probably make a video at some point. Again, I have not made one in a while. Like, I should, but I don't, and I haven't. So at some point, there will be a video.
Yes, it
At some
will.
point, this will come out too. I don't think I'll do it tonight, but at some point, I'll do it. It's very likely the NBA season will not have started by the time this comes out.
Yeah. It
It's very
starts like this week.
I don't even know what's the next video I'm gonna make. I'm not gonna plan it like now because obviously it'll just be whatever comes out. But like I don't know. Maybe I'll rant about something every once in a while. Maybe. Oh, you know what I might do? I might make a collection of all the hit pieces of against Marvel. I dropped my eraser on my computer.
And
And
just review them all.
I might just rant about that.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe. If you like that idea, though, let me know down below. See, look at that. And we'll be back probably next week. I don't know, maybe.
Hopefully, yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
So as always, thank you all for watching. See you next time. Yada yada. Bye.
Peace.
Now we're gonna stop this recording.